Every warrior walks a different path. Samurai, the path of discipline. Ronin, the path of independence. Ninja, the path of strategy. Zen monk, the path of wisdom. Shogun, the path of power. But today, we explore the path of the samurai. Your mind does not sabotage you at random times. It destroys you precisely when the prize is within your reach. You are the mediocre person. You spend months or years preparing for a breakthrough, an exam, a major business promotion, or a definitive presentation. But the exact second the pressure peaks, your internal narrator takes full control. You freeze. A silent, agonizing voice whispers your deepest insecurities with surgical timing. The paradox of your existence is absolute. Your intense desire to consciously control your mind is the exact mechanism that paralyzes your body. There is an unresolved, venomous mystery behind your performance failure. An automated predictive neural model built on your past defeats that activates before your conscious logic can intervene. You think you are overthinking because you care. I tell you that you are simply a helpless hostage to a defensive brain that lies to you to keep you safe inside a life of quiet desperation. You are an invisible spectator wrapped in protective excuses. The ancient standard of the samurai demanded complete neural integration. Action, thought, and existence were fused into a single unyielding coordinate. Modern decay has turned you into a permanently divided critic of your own movement. You live in a chronic identity crisis, constantly running a retrospective analysis of your past seconds while the present moment passes by completely empty. You look at yourself from the outside and deliver delayed responses because your mind is trapped in a loop of self-evaluation. The masters of the Yagyu clan did not train their apprentices to be emotionally soft or dependent on comfortable conditions. They cultivated an absolute intolerance for self-deception through Shinomeo, the systematic daily meditation on one's own death. Imagine the biting mountain cold of the Nabeshima clan estates at dawn, the crisp scent of pine needles and raw charcoal smoke hanging heavy in the Spartan hall. A warrior sat in absolute stillness on the tatami mats, staring at the unyielding edge of his blade. He did not cultivate melancholy. He systematically stripped away the toxic illusion of infinite time. He understood that self-deception only survives in the false space created by the anesthesia of tomorrow. Without that comfort, the mind stops constructing protective narratives and executes with absolute clarity. Gabriel ran from this clarity for years. As an elite university athlete, his body executed movements with automatic precision during isolated training. But the exact second the final arena matched his skill, his internal narrator woke up. He watched his own limbs freeze from the outside. He moved from Portland to Austin, trading his armor for a tech startup, believing a change of address would cure the rot. It didn't. During the definitive presentation to Dallas investors, the elevator doors opened, and the exact same voice returned with surgical precision. He stuttered. The answers to the questions came a few seconds late. The investors walked out. He sat at his empty desk, recognizing the pattern. The environment had changed, but the internal enemy had not changed address. He began to apply Shinomeo. Every morning before checking an email or turning on his computer, he sat in absolute silence for 3 minutes, confronting the finite nature of his timeline. He asked his mind what it was actively avoiding. He stopped pushing deadlines into the illusion of next week. By accepting his death as an immediate reality, his internal narrator lost its protective fuel. But clarity before a combat is useless if your attention fixates during the strike. The samurai deployed Zanshin, the residual consciousness that remains present after the action has ended. In a sword duel, if a warrior lets his attention wander to evaluate his last cut or anticipate his victory, his spirit freezes on that single point. His speed evaporates. Gabriel trained his mind to eliminate these micro-interruptions. During high-pressure team meetings, instead of evaluating his previous sentence while the other person was speaking, he maintained an unfixed, continuous presence. He held the same state of attention before, during, and after each segment, closing the gap where the narrator usually crawled back in. Finally, he accessed Kokoro, the absolute unity of mind, heart, and spirit. In Western decay, you're taught that thinking and feeling are enemies. You try to violently suppress your nervousness with willpower, fracturing your own system. Kokoro demands you recognize that tension and readiness to act are the exact same energy. The master does not fight his fear, he executes with it. The mechanics of your failure are rooted in this internal division. You freeze because you let the narrator take the wheel, trying to analyze your choreography while the duel is happening. Your brain runs an automated model of failure because you have never forced it to face reality without protective lies. Eliminate the monologue. You are looking for an escape right now because the medical precision of this beau faiton exposes the soft foundation of your work ethic. Your fingers are twitching, looking for a digital notification to rescue your ego from the mirror. That is your identity crisis, fighting desperately for its survival. If you are content with freezing every time the pressure spikes, then click away. Go back to your protective narratives, your half-hearted attempts, and your quiet desperation. But if you have even a single spark of healthy aggression left for what you have allowed yourself to become, stay. Face the iron. Integrate the system. 8 months later, Gabriel entered the Chicago investor room. The physical tension was present, his heart rate elevated, but there was no narrative, there was no protective history attached to the adrenaline. He maintained Zanshin between every slide, responding with absolute utility. When a difficult question arose, his mind did not move. He was not fearless, he was simply integrated. The path of Imperial Crimson demands you stop treating your mind like an external master. Reclaim your internal alignment. Meditate on the absolute finish line of your time. Lock your awareness into the present moment without the micro-interruptions of self-criticism. Stop running from your internal experience and let your action become your nature. Kill the narrator. Conquer the moment. Become the agent. Every warrior walks a different path. Samurai, the path of discipline. Ronin, the path of independence. Ninja, the path of strategy. Zen monk, the path of wisdom. Shogun, the path of power. Which one are you? Comment below.